Rebecca, the woman who had the alleged affair with David Beckham, is speaking out and dragging him, exposing him, and scathingly in regards to the documentary he did with Netflix. Hey guys, that's Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button and let's get straight into this video where it looks like she has done an interview with the Mail on Sunday, basically discussing everything in regards to the documentary and is upset with it. She reveals new details about the affair and that, you know, she went to go and check on David Beckham based on what Victoria was saying, saw him again in the bed with somebody else, and also was told that security guards will tell her that he's sharing your nudes and making fun of you with his friends and etc.
And he's the one who's responsible for all of this. So we're texting one day, it's getting very dirty, very naughty. I get a text from the bodyguard, the Spanish bodyguard. Are you texting David right now? He texts me, stop. He's showing it to his friends and they're all laughing.
And at that point, she was really upset with it. She was really upset with what he was saying in the documentary because it made it look like that this lady was the cause of Victoria Beckham's suffering, but really and truly it's David Beckham's own fault. He didn't take responsibility for his actions, and you know, he's denying the affair and basically saying that all of the suffering that she went through is because of the media and whoever else, rather than pointing fingers at himself. This is what really frustrated Rebecca, and therefore she's come out with this scathing interview to really speak on the fact that he's a liar, the fact that he betrayed his family, and the fact that he's trying to make himself look like the victim, but he's actually not, and that he needs to take responsibility for his actions. That is what she's come out to say in a nutshell. Thought I'd put it all in a quick 1 minute for you guys in this interview. I don't think this was necessary from this girl. I don't think it was necessary for Rebecca to come out. I feel like she's trying to save face for her own children now.
The next call is Victoria just wants you to talk directly to her. This is when he's in Asia. And so he starts texting me late at night. David, sorry, I've been given instructions not to talk to you directly. Yeah. And he texts me back and says, we don't have to tell anymore.
Because once you become the mistress in somebody's relationship at that time, your actions can affect who you are as you get older when you have kids and they look at what you did at the time. Long story short, if David did have this affair with Rebecca, I don't doubt this story to be true. It could be true. It's all alleged at this point, to be honest with you. I don't know anything by fact myself. Victoria has decided to forgive him. For whatever reason, she's decided to forgive him when it comes to the affair, and they have moved on. It was a big story at that time in 2003. It no longer is. They didn't need to address it in the documentary, but they did. Regardless, she's forgiven him for whatever happened and took place, and they have moved on. So I don't think it's necessary for her to come out with this interview, re-bring up stories, new stories, when really and truly it looks like you're doing it to save face for your ego, for your children as well, and for your dignity, which you may feel like is not intact. I just don't think that this interview was necessary. I don't think it's life-changing. I don't think it's done anything. It's pointless to you, doesn't serve you.
He is making himself the victim and he's making me look like the liar. He's making me look like I've made up these horrible stories. I'm the one that's made Victoria suffer.
Doesn't serve David Beckham or his wife. Maybe he's not taking responsibility. Not hard to believe, guys, that a man would cheat on his wife and then not take responsibility. Men are trash. A lot of men do stuff like this. So, or even women, they all do, like people who cheat or out of the affair, they're not really going to sit there and re-bring it up in a raw mode for a documentary. So I feel like her coming out to do this conversation, to do this interview, I don't think it was needed, to be honest with you. And I think a lot of people are also saying that, where it's like, we're not saying we don't believe you, Rebecca, but we don't need to hear these stories right now because it's old news. They addressed it in the documentary the way they wanted to. It might have hit you in a certain way, whilst we understand, but you know, it is annoying. It does take two people to tango. She's not the only one that is wrong for this affair. He is also wrong as well. He is obviously the cause for the suffering of his wife and children at the time, absolutely. But they have all decided to forgive him and move on for either money reasons, they look good together, their love is stronger, for their children, whatever it may be. Victoria forgiving him for the affair and then moving on was great for their relationship because they're still such a strong unit together. They're commodities together. They make so much money together. They've got a family together. Their children are living with both their parents. There's so many plus reasons for them moving on and her forgiving him. She decided to do that. So once the wife forgives the husband, or XYZ, the other way around, for forgiveness of an affair, everybody else who has opinions of the marriage really needs to just move on because it's none of our business. If an affair took place, it's happened, they've forgiven each other, they moved on, and they're still together. People love the documentary. Don't think the story from her was great, and I don't think it was the right thing for her to do right now. I feel like she's doing it so that her children can see that she's standing up for herself. That's just the way I see it. Everybody wants to do damage control, so I'm not mad at whatever party wants to do. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Click that button and make of this what you will. Comment down below. Do you agree with what she's saying again? Are you on her side, or am I making sense? Do you disagree with me? Subscribe to the channel, guys. Click that button for daily and consistent content. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another quick fire video.